How can you play in any key on the guitar using this one simple trick? Legitimately, I have a trick for you that we're going to use. And I know probably, if you're like me, you're sick of the simple tricks. But this is a simple trick, and it's awesome. Let's jump into it. So today, what we're going to do something that on the guitar makes it really useful as an instrument for playing in any key. If you want to play in any key on the piano, on the trumpet, on almost any other instrument, that's a pain. Because you have to go learn the notes in all of the keys, and you have to practice those scales relentlessly and a lot. Now, we have a lot of other challenges on the guitar that make it a really difficult instrument for us to play, but we also have some things that can help us on the guitar. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at two things. We're going to take a look at a minor key and a major key when we're playing, and we can play in major keys. They're the happy sounding ones. Minor keys, they're the sadder sounding ones, and there is more beyond. But there's a main scale that we learn first on the guitar, which you would learn way later on the piano. That's awesome, and you can use it for both. What scale am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the pentatonic scale on the guitar, and you can use it to play over major and minor, and you can use it with one shape. So you might know the shape already, but we're going to go through it quickly if you've never seen it before. It's using, if we go on fret 3 here, this would be in G. In fact, we're not going to do it in G, we're going to do it in A. Let's do it in A. So in A, we're going to be on fret 5. I'm going to play 5, fret 8, then 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. And I can use this scale to play not only over A minor. So now that's the A minor scale. So I could use it in A minor because I'm on the A here. But if I wanted to move this somewhere else and it said G minor, I could play the same scale on G, or on F, or on B, or on C. So we need to know our notes on this 6th string. But as long as we get the right starting point, it's the same shape. So if I put it on the 3rd fret, if I put it on the 1st fret, it's now in F. If I put it on the 9th fret, that's C sharp. So I'm just going to draw this out for you so we can see what we're talking about, and hopefully you can follow along, and then you can get a copy of it down for yourself too. So if we take a look here on my whiteboard, we know it's a whiteboard because it says whiteboard on it. Does your whiteboard say whiteboard on it? I don't think so. Did the one at school say whiteboard on it? No. So this is a whiteboard. Okay, and I'll hear no more about it. Right, so we're going to take a look at what this scale is. So you're going to see my beautiful drawing skills from when I spent 6 years in art college. I don't know why it's being so slow today. You can see it being a bit slow on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 7 string, which we don't have. Okay, so we're there. We're getting close. I promise. Okay, so I'm going to draw this in like what I call scale boxes, and I love scale boxes. And what we're going to do is this is going to be where our root note is. So wherever I put this, and that, by the way, is an upside down guitar. So if I just flip to this camera, yes, and then I show you what that means is that note there, that's actually string 6 on your guitar. And so we always have those upside down. So wherever I put that red note, that's going to be my my root note in this case, and the root note means that's the key we're in. So if we're in a minor key, so minor key. There you go. So that's the root note. Then we want to go here. These are our notes. So, oh, and then I've done it wrong. So we'll go back a little bit, and I will put the right thing in the right place. So we've got a root note there. Wherever I put that red dot, the pattern's going to be the same wherever I go on the guitar, okay? So if I'm playing on the 5th fret, that's now an A minor. But if I make that red dot go to the 3rd fret, and I play the same shape, that's now G minor, because this is a G note. So if a backing track comes up and I'm playing in, there we go. If a backing track comes up and it says G minor, great, I can play in it. I can solo in this. If a backing track comes up and it says it's in C sharp minor, I do need to know where that is on the 6th fret, which is fret 9, and we'll do a list of those in a second. And then I can find it. So you got to learn that shape. That's step number 1. Now we'll talk about what the notes are on the 6th string too. So sixth string notes, we've got it's an E string, then we have an F. E and F are always buddies, right next to each other. Then we have a gap to a G, a gap to an A. B is on the 7th, and B and C are always next to each other. They're buddies. They hang out together all the time. Then we have D, and then on the 12th fret we have E again. So this is fret 12, this is 0. So this is the string open. This is fret 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, and 12. Now you may at this point be wondering what... Oh, we've gone to camera 1. You may be wondering at this point what the gaps are for, okay? So those gaps are for sharps and flats. So this note here could be called F sharp, not F hashtag, because no. Or it could sometimes be called G flat. You think F sharp is like, if it's sharp and pointy, it's higher. So it's higher than F is F sharp, and if it's flat, G flat is flattened. Flattened, we've squashed it, so it's lower than G. And so that's F sharp or G flat. Now this one here is got 2 names. It can be named the sharp version of this or the flat version of this. So G sharp or A flat. And this one here is A sharp, B flat, B sharp. And I was about to talk about B sharp. Now B sharp, you might go doesn't exist. You're sort of right. Let's run with that for the moment. There are sometimes though, in fact, it does come up annoyingly that sometimes you do get a B sharp, but we're going to ignore it. No one would ever call a B sharp that or not. So between B and C, we have no sharps or flats. And between E and F, we have no sharps or flats. And run with that. There will be times in your life where someone says E sharp and they mean F. It's the same thing. So these other gaps, the same thing. So you have C sharp, D flat, D sharp, E flat. Now, why am I telling you this? Because if you want to play in the key of D sharp, you take your guitar and you move it to the right fret. So that would be here. Oh, and I rubbed stuff out. So that would be here on the guitar. And then you take the shape above and you play it. Okay, cool. Now I hear what you're saying. At this point, you're probably thinking, this is life-changing. My life will never be the same. I'm probably going to be a millionaire with all this information, and I'm going to have 7 number 1 hits. Now, that aside, you might also be thinking, hey, you said any key, and you've only given me the minor scale right now. What if I need to play over the major key too? Well, have I got some help for you? Because you can do it with the same box. This same box is going to help you to be able to play over the major key as well as the minor key, but we have to change what we're doing. So when we play in the major key, we actually play the same thing. Let me go back to the iPad camera. Hey, we do the same thing, except what changes is which note is our root note. So let me just draw this out again. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I did 7 again. So on this, what we're going to do is we've got these drawn out, and we need the boxes quickly. It's the same shape, so I'm just drawing out the same shape for you all over again. But the root note is in a different place. So while we're playing the same box this time, you need to make that root note match up with the second note of that scale instead of your first one. So let me show you what that means on the guitar. So when I'm on the guitar, if I want to play in A major, so play an A major chord so I can hear what that sounds like, I put my pinky on the A note now. If I want to play in D major, I'm going to put my pinky on the D note, so that's at the 10th fret, which we can't see on camera right now. There we go, it's the 10th fret, and then I'm going to put my pinky there. So that's the idea, being able to play in any key on the guitar using a simple pattern. Now, there's all sorts of ways we can get more complicated with this, but this is the first thing that you should really get down and your playing get understood. It's going to help you get those notes on the 6th string, the one closest to your face, and be able to get some patterns so you can actually begin to solo. And if someone says, hey, we're going to jam in this key, you know what's cracking. All right, I hope you enjoyed today. Please hit the like and subscribe button and leave me a comment because it helps get the channel out there. Thank you very much, and I will see you again soon. Thanks.